Primarily, it was motivated by the crisis, by COVID pandemic. Because of that, we felt that because the pandemic magnified the issues that we are really close to our heart, like the inequality, the plight of the smallholder farmers, and the indigenous people. And so we thought that we cannot continue to be a witness to whatever is happening. So, but we cannot. I don't believe in donations. No, it's good for short term, but it will never sustain anything. And so we thought that if we really want to provide a solution to these people, we have to enter into a business that allows these people equal opportunity, and then will be able to change their lives and help more people, not just them, in the process.
The first challenge is how to start a business in the middle of pandemic. Yan. Kasi sobrang daming challenges na nangyari ng pandemic. First, for example, ng sa aming mga smallholder farmers, they're not bankable. So wala silang bank. So hindi namin alam kung paano mag-send ng money sa kanila. So ang nangyayari is magpapalawan kami. So parang risk yun sa both of us. Kasi parang mountain para punta sa city. Para kunin yung pera. Then sa amin naman, since nandito yung COVID sa Manila, dangerously para sa atin. Yeah.
Yeah, and another for that also, the logistical challenges to transport their products to Manila, no? Because there are localized lockdowns. So sometimes we have to schedule the production para maging just in time lang pagdating sa Maynila. Kasi it's already a challenge for them to bring down the goods by horses or carabao. Then dadagan pa namin another logistical challenges. The other one also, yung statutory requirements, no, as Jane mentioned. It's a surprise for me that, again, yung mga statutory requirements are in English and Filipino. No, these lumads, they have their own dialect. So even that, we have to come in to support them, no, paano i-fill up yung mga forms so maging rehistrado sila. Kasi at the end of the day, we're a business, so we need the receipts. So for them to issue a receipt, they have to be a registered business, kahit na micro-business yan. In our part, it's a good insight in us growing together. Kasi if you were together when you were starting, then you know already kung ano yung strength and weaknesses together, no, when you are growing. And that, for me, is an asset in terms of partnership. I think it's important to educate first the market, no. That's why we were very deliberate in building a website, because we have to provide a social marketing campaign, no, that people will have to appreciate why we are selling this kind of products and what separates it from the rest, or why it is globally competitive. Because, for example, the Belgian chocolates, I mean, they're really great, no question to that, no. But the fact is, there's no single cacao bean that grow in Belgium, yet they're able to harness a particular product, diba? So why Philippines cannot globally compete when we can grow it? And we have a tradition that creates chocolate. It's just that maybe we lack, one is awareness, definitely, no, that we have pala. Second is that innovation. And it's very important to also have product focus, because we have so many products to offer. Yet we realize that if we absorb everything, mawawala yung specialty, alam mo yun? So we realize we go organic because it's relevant to the health. We do handmade because we want to honor people, and again, it's a community building. So more hands working, more people are being helped out, no? And in the process, you're not just creating a product, you're creating an art, because you're practicing an art, no? It's just a matter of time, really, on how we will grow this potential that we already have. guess effectively, it's really building a business with a purpose, no? Build relationship to the smallholder farmers, no, or to the small producers. Even if we are just starting, it's important for us that the benefit will be shared to our smallholder farmers or partners, and also for our customers, to appreciate our product and to really empower them and to support, local producers, not because it's cheap but or affordable, but because we have a homegrown high quality good or high quality product. Two things, no. First is it has to be relevant, to their need, to their wants, So we could have launched our third line, which is sustainable spa, the spa at home, meaning yung mga body scrub, mga sabon and all, no. Pero parang hindi relevant at the time of the pandemic, di ba? Parang sabi ko, parang okay naman siya, pero hindi, wrong timing. But I think it's relevant that, you can, we thought of family, so you have coffee sessions or you have food sessions, diba? So we thought that, in the breakfast, coffee would be very relevant, or hot chocolate. So that one is as a product, and then second also is, I think it's important it has to be affordable, affordable in a sense that you can factor in the value of the product, not all cheap are good products, and not all cheap are accessible, diba? Kung cheap nga yan, meaning very very low price, yet one time use lang, diba? So it's not cheap, therefore, kasi it's disposable, diba? So, and it goes back to my answer a while ago. It goes back to awareness, what is the consequences of the decision that I'm doing for buying this good, diba? So everyone has a part to play. The entrepreneur or the business, the role is not only to sell the value of the product, it's really the whole thing. Again, it's building a business with a purpose. It's an extra effort for us, really, no? The easiest way is like exchange lang, benta mo ng price na acceptable ng market, and that's it. But we want something else. We don't want them to just come back to us. We want them to support the community, to take care of the environment. Kasi we're not just the environmental guardians, ang taas. It's a tall order to absorb, no? Lahat tayo dapat kasangga dito. So it's a movement for us. And again, it goes back to buying decision pa rin, no? And buying decision can only be triggered by proper awareness. I can see PHILIA leading particularly on sustainable lifestyle, So particularly on the consumer goods, because I believe that all change begins with oneself, and then the family, community, before you can ripple it out to the whole country or to the whole environment. That's why it's important that you take care of yourself. That's why we went to this particular product choices, because it all starts with oneself. Without discounting the process it has to go through, the products has to go through for you to avail the product. That's highlighting, the community value, the familial value, and all. But I don't want it to be a forerunner only of like the most profitable business in this niche. At the end of the day, we want to impact more people as we can. If we can see more development centers happening in our community, then we can say that we've really reached a different milestone. So that's also one of our goals, in the next few years, that they don't see farmers as partners of parang supplier lang, They're really partners of development. We actually call them farm entrepreneur, That's the reason why we are very deliberate on registering them. Kasi kami yung mga first na issuance nila ng resibo, delivery receipt, official receipt, and all. We take pride for that, and we believe na it will be a colony. PHILIA will always be a brand. but I would rather look at it as a guiding philosophy rather than the force within, no? Kasi the force within is already in us, no? Our tradition, our environment, and the strong Filipino spirit. We just have to harness these things, no? And they're all present in the smallholder communities. And again, as a movement, uh, we aim to impact more people, just like what our mantra says, connecting communities, elevating lives. So we hope to connect thousands of communities, of people elevated in terms of their life status.
Don't give up, kaya mo yan, and always move forward. Kasi yung problems kasi, isipin ko man siya na parang gusto kong lumayo sa problems and struggles in life. Pero pag titingnan ko, parang need ko siya eh. Need ko talaga siyang daanan para malaman ko yung mga iba-ibang bagay na hindi ko pa alam dati. Ano yung magiging yung challenge ko, paano ko siya isa-solve. Unlike siguro before kung bumalik ako sa time na experience is hindi ko alam talaga kung paano gagawin. Siguro kung yung old self ko tumingin sa present self ko, proud siya. Kasi mahirap talaga mag-start ng business na this pandemic at kailangan ng passion na magpupush sa'yo. Kasi for example, wala ka ng money. Magpupush ka pa ba kung wala mong passion, di ba? For me, passion is passion. No? So, if there's a problem and kaya mo siyang lusutan, ang masasabi ko lang is don't give up. Always move forward. Kasi your struggles and problems are there to make you smarter and stronger.
The same thing with the youth, no? Don't think that you're young, you cannot do it. As Chino has said, no, if it's passion, kahit may problema yan, you will really try to solve it because there is a compelling purpose for you why you're doing it, no? And push for it. One thing siguro that I can add is to look for mentors, no? Even me, I'm already at this stage, I still have my mentors, no? Your lifelong learning mentors. Kasi our experiences will always be limited. Though these experiences are really important for you to grow, iba pa rin kung meron kang kasangga na nasubukan na yon. So alam na nila kung ano yung kulang, ano yung mali, di ba? That you can avoid. But mistakes are unavoidable. And lastly, I think it's really, the confidence. You can do anything if you really just believe in yourself. Of course, there's fear. But if the purpose is really compelling, feel the fear, but do it anyway. What really just separates us from the youth is our age. But the whole narrative, meaning fear, challenges, and all, we all experience that. It's really just a matter of decision. Will you do it now or will you do it later? So for us, we have to do it now. So we act on it. Sustainability is not about your current budget. No, don't think about that. No, sustainability is about the long term. No, okay, bibili ka ng mura ngayon, hindi siya sustainable or within your budget lang, yet 20 years from now, you will suffer the consequences. So more than the decision to what to buy now, it's really what kind of life you want to choose.
For example, sa Starbucks, how much ba or sa cafe, how much yung cup of coffee? Pwede mo siyang makuha same sa bahay. Then after yung used coffee, grinded coffee nyo, Pwede siya maging ang coffee pang facial scrub. Pwede rin siyang maging fertilizer. So
Yeah.
it's sustainable pa rin.
If you think it's really expensive, it will always be expensive. But if you think of the value of what it has, it is affordable. No? Again, not everything can be bought by money. So I would suggest that you grow your own food. No, learn from the basics. No, but if you don't have that convenience, start with the little things. Again, choose water over soda. Diba? That's really simple as that. No, and you don't need to have your new clothes every year, diba? So you can repurpose a lot of things. So and then for me, I would highlight this though. I learned from my grandparents because I think that back at their time, everything was basic. No, so I inquire usually from them like how they used to do it, and if it's still relevant today, I will practice it. Because some things don't get old, eh. So learn from the old. There is no perfect timing to act, and there is no small decision that cannot contribute to the bigger purpose. Meaning, you have the power to make things happen. You have the ability to contribute to the sustainable change. Whether you choose to be an entrepreneur, whether you choose to be a strong advocate for sustainable development, or you choose to be a private citizen living a sustainable lifestyle, it all matters. No? But it all starts with a decision that you're doing it for yourself, that you're doing it for your community and for the future. No? Um, because everyone has the ability to make things happen. And don't think that you're just too young, you don't have the power to make things happen. No. As I said, everybody. So even people younger than them, even the kids, no, whatever the kids consume, it has a consequence in the future. So well, whatever role they want to become, no, or to choose to perform, it will always have an impact. Just make sure that the intention is positive. It's a positive impact to the society, to the environment, and to the greater whole. No, uh, I wish I learned that way younger. No, because like others as well. No, I was really living a lifestyle that was really not sustainable to the environment. No, I prefer plastics than the other things. Kasi convenient eh. No, yung ganon. But what is convenient now may be difficult in the future. No, so but people has to be aware of this, and being a youth, being young really puts you in a sweeter spot because you have the energy, you have the idealism, you have the tenacity, but you have to be guided. No, so learn to tap your tribe. Be connected to a community, and you'll never know. You will find your role, either an entrepreneur, a forerunner for any advocacy in the environment or sustainability, or just continue to be whoever you are, but living a positive life. And that's okay.
Sa akin, kahit man maging simpleng tao ka lang, sa simpleng bagay na bubulsa ng balat ng candy. Kasi for me, mag-start ang change sa'yo. Then mag-ripple out sa friends mo. Then yung friends mo, friends of friends nila, will be doing the same.
I-add ko lang, no, and it's not too difficult. No, they think that to be healthy is too difficult, to live a sustainable lifestyle is too difficult. Actually, pinakamadali siya eh, no? It's really going back to the basics. Again, it starts with water, diba? diba? So it's not just being healthy to drink water, it's really actually sustainable to drink water. But then you come to you have to ask how to maintain drinking clean water. So that goes back to your buying decisions. What are the products that destroys the environment or the watershed, diba? So don't stop asking questions, I would say. Don't stop that curiosity, because it will definitely lead you to creative things. I would always quote my grandparents, no, who reminded me na kung hindi ka nakakatulong, huwag kang pabigat, di ba? So I think if you choose the right um, products or the right lifestyle, you might not be entirely helping a lot of people, but at least you're not creating damage. And for me, that is a decent life, and that's a beautiful life. So your choice matters, whether you're young or old. Everyone has a role to play, and everyone is significant. So act.